Welcome back. In today's episode, we're going to have a quick overview of branding options within Adobe Learning Manager. Now, Adobe Learning Manager enables you to change the appearance of the application to match your organization's branding requirements. In order to access that area, you'll make sure that you're signed in as an administrator. You'll go down to the lower left corner under Branding, and you'll find three categories. In this episode, we're just going to cover the general category. Now, the first thing we're going to do is look at changing your organization's name. So here we can go ahead and change this name. Call this Training Central for this demo. In addition to that, right below that, we can go ahead and change the subdomain. And here we'll be able to make that adjustment. Now, in Adobe Learning Manager, you can go ahead and change the subdomain. You do have the option also to have a complete different domain. There is an option for that. An alternative way is to access a headless LMS through Coso Cloud and use your own domains that way as well. So here I could go ahead and change that. I'm going to leave that as it is. Next, we can go ahead and change our logo styling. And here, all we have to do is either drop in the logo or click and select a logo for us. Now you'll see here also we have different header styles. Currently, we're using the logo style, which is what you see up here. We also have the option to take that Training Central label that we had adjusted the organization's name and add that to it, or just use the organization's name. So in this particular case here, I'm just going to leave it as is and hit save. And next we're going to go ahead and take a look at changing the theme. Now there are 5 different images that represent your color themes, and you can view those changes before applying them to the application. You can browse through the images by clicking the arrow symbols here on the left and right. Alternatively, you can also click the navigation circles down at the bottom. And down below, you can go ahead and pick a theme. There are some default themes that are available, and you'll see that they already have predetermined colors. However, if you'd like to change the colors on your own, you do have the option here with a color picker. You're going to use the hex code for that color and simply add that in. And you see as I make these changes, they're represented in the images above. And then down below, we can go ahead and hit save. Additionally, we have the option to change the player view, the accent colors, and sidebar brightness for that player. And you see here the fluidic player is represented. I can go ahead and make some changes if I want it to be lighter or darker, or change the accent color altogether. I can make those adjustments here. In addition to that, I can choose whether or not I want to hide or show other features within the fluidic player, such as the table of contents, the speed, captions, volume, so forth. All that is easily available here. If you wanted to see what it looked like without anything and then just selectively add them as you want, go ahead and hide everything, and you'll see it'll leave you with a very clean experience. And the options that you would like to include, such as perhaps volume, full screen, some playback controls, and job aid info, that all could be added within here. If you'd like to just explore, you could just simply show all and determine later on which ones you'd like to keep and which ones you'd like to leave. I'll go ahead and hit save. Now below that option, you'll see there is an option here for customizing beyond your controls. And this would require you to email support. And there's a link right here. And you can customize your account to provide a richer experience for your users. The elements would include the training card colors, the progress icon, the mouse pointer image, font, and the background image. Now notice that the background image is only in the learner role. So that learner experience, you could go ahead and, change it for seasons or for departments or however you'd like to do that. Now, in addition, you see that we can change the homepage experience from classic to immersive. Immersive is typically what you see now. Classic is an older look. Some people still like it, but you have your options available here, and you could simply hit edit, make those selections with those radio buttons, and hit save. And below that, we have the training type. It allows you to search and retrieve a list of skill interests that contain the input query name, or you could also search based on admin-defined or industry-aligned skills. Below that, we also have identify learners as peers based on certain criteria. So to consider all users as peers of each other, you're just going to leave this blank. Otherwise, you would have a field or multiple fields that you could go ahead and align in individuals based on these certain criteria. And what this will do, so for example, if I had a group of people in a specific region and I wanted to make sure that they were aligned as peers, I would go ahead and select region. Now that's for our internal users. Our external users are also in a similar category, but not as many options here for external users. Perhaps company size, location. And also below that, we have the ability to enable learners to explore areas of interest, and that's based on their skills. And so we could either turn that on or turn that off. You see, as I turn that on, we also have the option here to prompt the learner to choose areas of their interest. And this will do is it'll go ahead and align their interests with certain skills, align those skills with certain curriculum, and provide recommendations based on that. So we've gone ahead and covered the general branding options that are available within Adobe Learning Manager. In future episodes, we're going to go ahead and spend a little bit of time on the learner homepage as well as the non-logged in homepage. But for now, thank you very much.